All right, here we are. Finally have a lurk command, as anyone in chat may see. Yeah, I know Jake likes to come in here and lurk, which is awesome. And yeah, anyway, yeah, like I said, this album had a huge chokehold on me, basically from when it came out and for like 6 to 8 years after. Hi, Allie, Bean. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, anyway, hi Bean. Um yeah, this is an amazing album written by a really cool person but sung by a terrible person. I despise Brendan Urie, but Ryan Ross is amazing. So, yeah, I do tend to have a habit of listening to music by canceled bands and artists. Yeah, like I still listen to old Panic at the Disco. I still listen to Brand New, which is kind of yikes, but yeah, I mean, what Jesse Lacey's the lead singer of Brand New, his primary his uh I hesitate to call her victim because that sounds so dehumanizing, but I guess it's accurate. But she has come out and said that she does not want people to stop listening to Brand New. So I still have yet to try to listen to Marilyn Manson again, though. That might be a little that's a pretty bitter pill to swallow. Um, Mindless Self Indulgence is another one that I kind of have yet to actively go out and listen to. Since everything came out about them, or well, specifically Jimmy. Oh God, yeah, no, Lost Prophets. Fuck, Lost Prophets. Um, yeah, and also like any real conservative, like Ted Nugent, Kid Rock, and also ones who still support Israel, which is cancel me now, free Palestine. But yeah, like Disturbed, um, Avenged Sevenfold and Disturbed are the two big ones that I can think of that have still performed in Israel since their genocide of the Palestinian people has started. So Disturbed and Avenged Sevenfold are dead to me. Yeah, no, Lost Prophets is unforgivable. Absolutely unforgivable. Um yeah, that's the only one. Like other people can listen to what they want and I may give them a hard time for it, but the only one I legitimately care about is Lost Prophets because that was so heinous that I won't and can't say what it was on Twitch. Otherwise, this stream would be very short because I would be removed from the platform swiftly. Um, yeah, yeah, no. If I find out anyone listens to Lost Prophets and has any knowledge of why they haven't put out an album in over a decade, um, yeah, if they still willingly listen to Lost Prophets, they will catch these hands. Anyway, away from the canceled band stuff and everything, this may be a little bit of a shorter one tonight. Um, I'm not all that present right now. I don't have very much energy. So, and also I guess I would be playing something other than Phoenix Wright tonight if I could figure out literally anything else I wanted to play. scrolled through my Switch library, scrolled through my Steam library, and nothing else sounded good without stepping on my Saturday stream's toes. Because, like, yeah, I kind of want to play Final Fantasy IX, but I also want to save it for Saturday, because that's what I have scheduled in my brain. So, yeah, finishing Repo would be amazing. I want to check out how well my, either of my capture solutions, I don't, I'm a dumbass. I have a DVD player on this, a DVD drive on this computer. I can just play it and do a movie night in Discord. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and pause Kamisado here. Love that song. Favorite song on A Fever You Can't Sweat Out, by the way, is I Constantly Thank God for Esteban. Oh, mine is a USB disk drive, but it works really well. So I can't remember what brand it is. LG. Looking at it, it is an LG. So anyway, at least this is all still set up. And yeah, we are in the third case. This is Phoenix and Maya defending the samurai dude, the Steel Samurai. I wanted to say Silver Samurai, but no, that's Marvel. Yeah, Steel Samurai, because he didn't kill the evil magistrate, and we're his defense attorney. Anyway, load up the Turnabout Samurai. Let me make sure that, oh, nope. That's good. What interesting fact have you found out today? Let's, yeah, load this up and see what we can do. I love that this doesn't tell you what year this takes place in, so it's just kind of open-ended. And of course, Edgeworth is prosecuting. The reason ninjas wear black in media is because of Japanese theater. Their stagehands would wear all black so they could move set pieces without being seen. That's super cool. Fun fact, in real life, it would work better, instead of black, to wear a very dark blue, because black gives you a silhouette if you're outside at night, and dark blue is harder for the eyes to see the edges, and you kind of blend in with the night sky better. The ninja trope came into fashion when a playwright had a stagehand murder a main character. Fun. I love that, like, a lot of the traditional ninja weapons and things were all repurposed farming equipment, because that's what they had. They were, unlike samurai, they were the peasant class, and would have stuff for, like, threshing and, like, harvesting rice and digging and everything like that. You can see a really heavy-handed interpretation of that in the newest Mortal Kombat movie, where Scorpion's wife is using a kunai as a farming tool. I feel like that was really heavy-handed in that movie, but yeah, still a really fun movie. So anyway, yeah, let's get into the game here. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. Wrong. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well, I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well, I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Let's see here. Actual ninjas would wear dark blue, dark gray, or regular street clothes. Yeah, like the dark blue that I mentioned, because, yeah, it's actually legitimately harder to see at night than all black. All black in Japan even now raises a lot of eyebrows. I did not know that one. I would love a source on that. Not that I don't believe you. It's more like I want to know more. Let's get to Detective Gumshoe's testimony. I love Detective Gumshoe. Such a himbo. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. Anything they think is sketchy, they put with the Yakuza, much like tattoos. I've heard that, it's only like certain styles and also certain percentages of coverage of tattoos. And also, like, being, you know, white, if you're a foreigner, it's much less likely that even, like, heavy coverage tattoos are going to lump you in with the Yakuza. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. It's becoming more mainstream, but a lot of shrines and onzens don't allow you inside with any amount of tattoos. I feel like that's less, Yakuza Association and more, how extremely conservative the entire country of Japan as a whole is. And, yeah, they're a very, very conservative country. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. I can tell, yeah, I went down a rabbit hole. Yeah, I feel like, the bigger cities that do allow are more of the touristy areas, the areas that are going to attract a lot more foreigners, a lot more gaijin. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now, jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. I would love to play the Yakuza games. I don't know where to start, and I already have an enormous backlog of games that, like, oh, I'll get around to playing that, I'll get around to finishing that. In fact, I would be playing one of my backlog today if I felt like rerouting an HDMI cable from my PlayStation to my capture card as opposed to just directly to my TV, because my capture card only does 1080 and I like the better picture and better audio, because I think my capture card also only passes through stereo audio instead of 5.1. Yeah, I would probably be playing either FF7 yeah, the second one, the Rebirth, or Final Fantasy 16. Probably 16. Yeah. Anyway, needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. Dude just has a fucking hole in his chest. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. You too, Azzy. Thank you for coming in. Let the bean know I said goodnight. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to the whole thing again? Skip it. I think I can probably remember this. So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. This lady. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Miss you too, Bean. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. Blah, 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 blah. She runs at the mouth like crazy. I object to the witness's talkativeness. Objection sustained. Hey, Tucker, how's it going? The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony. Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yesy, I was. Yesy? That's certainly a phrase. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. She sure is. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading toward the studio. You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Can't remember what evidence I have. I have this photo, the guide map. I'm just gonna press everything and see. So up until that time, anyone who wanted to could go into the studio? Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked. You'd need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in. Was there anyone at the studios when you arrived at the guard station? Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero. If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon? Well, I had some errands to run that morning. What kind of errands? Oh, well, you know. Answer the question. Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know? Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job. I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run-through, too. You could quit being spirit medium and take up guard duty. Not a bad idea. Thanks, Maya. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station. Tell us what happened next. I was at the main gate from then until 5. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks, not even a second? Of course, I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipperwhap. I like that better than whippersnapper. Snipperwhapper. Snipperwhapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick. Why don't you raise an objection? So the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Savage. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. 2 o'clock, you're sure? Sure as spit. Well, who was the man? Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. That was 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there. He was heading toward the studio. I'm gonna try presenting the photo. Let me get this straight, old bag. Or Miss Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you? Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. I still think that dude is too short. Look at the way the pants drag. What is this exactly? None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo-Old Tokyo. Miss Old Bag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course. Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder. True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday. No one in this court is accusing you of that, witness. He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently. However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you? Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised? The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at that picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? So he had sprained his ankle? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I don't want Old Bag to squeal. No, thank you. Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't said anything yet. I'll have you know I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today always whining about each other. Mr. Wright, please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness. I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai, and poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate, and me. What exactly were you doing? Observing. Just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through then. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Yikes. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. The samurai spear. The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the name. Anyway, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there is one thing that bothers me. Which is... where is this Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove the doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. Time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True? Present this photo again. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate from the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Order, order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. Eh? Me? Yeah, you watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? Stumbling over my words. I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper. Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate, someone other than the Steel Samurai. Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. I see. Your testimony, please. He has so many testimonies. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. Well, of course, Sonny, I've only just remembered it. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job. Press it. Another job? That's right, I check all the people that passed by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that security camera takes. Do you back up all of the security camera data? Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces, for the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch that suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it, now I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys. Real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second, didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and... they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order, order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade, I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear? Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy. Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. This court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio? I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest. So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo? How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really. What? You should take better care of that stuff. I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. Really? I could. So, where does this leave me? It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now. Nick? What are we gonna do? First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this. Right. And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day. Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot. You don't sound very optimistic. I'm not optimistic at all, actually. Hey, Nick, it's time. Okay, let's go. What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Drink first. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime. Order. Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right. Great. As if the stakes weren't high enough. So who was this person other than Mr. Powers who could have committed murder? Security lady? I don't think it was the grade school boy. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper. Order, order. Is this true, Oldbag? Oldbag? That's Miss Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Oh shit. What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something. What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way? The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute. What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy, the one whose photo I erased. He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter. When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops. Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to the kids and mean to your elders day, whippersnapper? I have proof. Proof? Indeed? Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy could not have committed this murder. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The Windbag, speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Miss Windy... what was her name? Something Oldbag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this Oldbag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Success. Wait a second. Uh-oh. I'm not gonna just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The Windbag wants to talk. Miss Oldbag, what's this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there's something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Miss Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. I love that Edgeworth hates this witness just as much as I do, so he's not going to object to fucking anything. I'm just going to press everything. So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. So where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2. Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. Path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I think I've already asked all my questions, but... Your Honor, we've learned there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director and the producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Why didn't Will tell us about the bigwigs? Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Ah, really, it's nothing. Grin. Oh, or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have we figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers. Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her. I don't. That lady's a bitch. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios. Right, we'll be back to visit you soon. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Yep, save, because I did good. All right, more investigation. Let's let's take a couple minute break before the investigation segment, shall we? Let's go ahead and get the music playing again. And yeah, everyone take a stretch, get a snack, get a drink, do whatever you gotta do, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, we are back for the investigation section of day 2. Let's go ahead and let's get to it. Okay. Ooh, what a day. This is no time for relaxing, Nick. Say, you think WP's got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people we found out about in today's trial. The director and producer. Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. Yeah, let's just go to the studios. Oh, Old Bag is gonna be here, I bet. Oh, nope. No one's here. Right, now that they have Miss Old Bag in custody, they put her in custody. I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Let me make sure that an overhead map. Alright. Security cameras turned off for the day. Junk food. Main entrance. Probably have a police officer on patrol out there. Better than a security guard. Or not. Studio van. Alright, let's go to... outside Studio 1. Hey, Nick. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are there today. Now's our chance, Nick. Let's check it out. Yep, let's do it. This is Studio 2? I thought so. It doesn't really look much like a studio, does it? No, that it does not. Hey, there's a trailer over there. It looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer. Are we sure this is a studio? Trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get to... That's the wrong 2. Oh, I hate that. That fence is dangerous. These look like materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak. But something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. A light van for moving staff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. If they had T-bones, where are the bones, for one? Okay. There's a big 2 painted here. Probably because this is Studio 2. Probably, though it doesn't look anything like a studio. Nick, let's go inside. You think it's okay? Oh, well, it's locked. Ah, shucks. There's gotta be something else around here. Not seeing anything even, like, behind my camera here. Not gonna go in window. Yeah, that fence is iffy. See if there's anyone in here. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else, Nick. Yeah, there's nothing around here. Employee area. Excuse me. Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey. Hi, WP's lawyers, right? Oh, it's all taped up now. I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh, don't mention it. Is it true they caught the security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. I know. I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right, I won't. Personally, I think she should worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Miss Oldbag. Right. See you later, then. Good luck with your investigation. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick. If that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah. I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Uh-oh. I'm gonna rip it open. Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes? Yeah. There, that should make the kids happy. The things we do. The drain grate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. Electric bike. A finished backdrop. Storage room. Remains of the other day's lunch. Sold out. Thieves. Yeah, let's go into the dressing room. See if there's anybody in here. This is where the Steel Samurai costume was on the day of the murder. That's what Mr. Powers says, at least. I guess they snuck in and took it while he was sleeping. But Nick, what if Mr. Powers hadn't been sleeping? I wonder what the killer was planning on doing then. Huh, she's got a point. It's locked. Dusty outside. Nap. snacks. That pass the expiration date, then don't eat them. They're snacks. They're meant to be eaten. Supermarket tabloids. Wolfmen found on Mars. I'll have to buy that issue. Oh god. There's an array of cosmetics here. That wig was used in some old TV show. Samurai Boogie Woogie. Kind of like samurai movies. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. Oh yeah, I think now that I opened the grate... Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's the clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternative guard fashion thing. So how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up, don't want me disturbing evidence. I haven't even cleaned up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular a bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when she sees him. She has a bit of trouble catching him, though. Take off my hoodie real quick. I'm getting a little warm. I think after this investigation section, we're gonna call it, but that's, it's gonna be a little bit. I heard something at the trial today. They said that the director and producer were here the day of the murder. Oh, sorry. I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for that producer. The producer, huh? Say, you work with props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I hate having to carry that thing around. So you'd have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Because it's not actually the murder weapon. That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this, anyway? Looks like she didn't know about this photo or the injury that morning. Never mind. Oh, they gave a lawyer one of those card keys? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. Alright, there's more. There's gotta be. I don't think there's anything new to examine here. Yeah. Still young, I'm just tired. Nick, when you start having to say I'm still young, you know it's all over. But I am still young. Oh. The fallen tree. Monkey head is real heavy. Yep, alright. Let's go back to Studio 2. Oh, something new. What do we got here? What do we got? This place is deserted. Not quite. What was that noise? It sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh, it's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Yep, go back to the... guard station, computer... Oh, please don't touch anything in there. The security lady would knock the stuffing out of me if she knew. I really want the key to that trailer. Maybe next time. Oh. Yep. Alright. I can't remember what, Oh. Oh, Jesus. Leet speak. Oh my god. What the fuck? Who are you dudes? Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. Oh god, I remember back in the day, we used to unironically use the term lamers. It's awful. How can you not know the great Salmonella? I make the Leet shows. The Steel Samurai? Mine. RTFC. Read the film credits. Really? You're the Salmonella? He looks like he has salmonella. I'm so sorry. You looked so... Sorry. No, quite alright. Really, it's fine, Raffle. He's actually saying this shit out loud. Come on. What is it? You know, on closer inspection... yeah. Hot. Ugh, what a pervert. Hey, do you do a lot of cosplay? Because that costume rock soars. Rock soars? What? Hey, you're drooling. Huh? Lol. Buffer overrun. This guy... I knew people that would act like this. The early 2000s were a lawless hellscape. You've triggered my creative powers. Yes, it's coming to me. Pink Princess. The sequel to the Steel Samurai. Pink Princess, Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Raffle Lamau. Pink Princess? Why's it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual on the day of the murder? Oh, I know who you dudes are. That security lady told you about us, huh? That's right. It was a pretty regular day. We had a run-through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, sucksores. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does sucksores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon till after 4, with the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30 p.m. If he's telling the truth, that meeting gives him an alibi. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills all the way. Scary, though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon to 4 p.m. the whole time. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors, also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Sounds like they'd all be reliable witnesses. This is WP, right? How do you know? Well, look, he's obviously dragging his foot. Oh, right, the director would know about the injury. He was there. I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. Why are you staring at me like that? Good lord. I don't think there's anything else I can... I don't know if I should show him the key card. Nope. Alright. Go back to the main gate. Oh, fuck. Aha! You again. Ah! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare steel samurai costume. Told me to put it on, can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear a giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go. I guess that would rule out her being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnapper, this old lady never forgets a slight or insult. You won't get any information out of me, my lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now, 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much. About that kid you said you saw. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes, she's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murder. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, I think she's losing it. Hey, no touching. Alright. No. Hey, there we go. This is what I was looking for. Hey. Hey, wait. I'll bet he came in right through that drain. Hey, I'm Kiddio. What's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't talk to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid. Rude little brat. That's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You've got to hand it to Maya, she's pretty sharp, and pretty mad. I'm Cody Hankins. Call me Kiddio again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai? How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. Ha ha ha, you can't fool me. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha, easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad, Kiddio. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always, the Steel Samurai always wins, always. Yeah, I saw him, I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh. Something fell off the table when he bumped into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting there, I wonder? Empty bottle. Found on a table in the employee area. The label reads, sleeping pills. Uh-oh. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything? Huh? Where's that old windbag? Odd of her to leave her post. Hey! Nick, that was her. Stop, whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Now's my chance to get the key. Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it, Nick. The trailer key. The key to that trailer in Studio 2. We'll be borrowing this, right, Nick? Yep. Alright, let's go back to... I wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great, let's go, Nick. She seems eager all of a sudden. Well, you first, Nick. Huh, not that eager. Ooh. Eek! Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP's lawyers, and, I see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez, she's quite beautiful. At least she's, age-appropriate. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez? Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Could we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. She's not going to be very helpful. We're getting nowhere fast. We'd really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez? It's on TV. Every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director. Salmonella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick? Are all people in the entertainment business this weird? Yeah, probably. It's starting to look like it. Nick, let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manila, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. It's just a memo saying, bring me the script for episode 13. Great. We'll look around. It looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse. Another old movie poster, The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What the hell does samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my god. That movie was the best. It's about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja ballet? An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Oh, yeah, there's a window. The glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Well, like Ned Stark said, winter is coming. Let's see if I can't present anything. I'm not interested. Okay, she's just gonna say I'm not interested. Alright. Let's go back to the employee area. And back into the dressing room. Okay. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13? Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. Oh, my ass is pwned if I don't find it. Nick? It might be quicker to just look in all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. I ate them. They were past their expiration date anyway, Rothel. Good lord. She's biting her lip and staring at me with tears welling in her eyes. Okay, now I get to go hunt for a script. Oh. Wrong button. No. Studio 1, maybe? Back at the scene of the crime. Let's find what we need and get out of here quick, Nick. Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. I've always wanted to sit in one of these. The director? Maya, take a look around that chair for me, would you? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he'd left it somewhere? Aha! Found it, Nick, the script. Good work. Yay. To the employee area. I'm going to show him the script. We found your script. Woot. Thanks. I still say woot occasionally. It's great. Still, I don't know. That woman is to be feared when you bring something to her late. Say, you think you dudes could take it down there for me? Thanks. Is that producer really that scary? Well, she's certainly not normal. God, you lech. Horrible person. No, not examine. Move. Into the trailer. Bear with me a moment. Okay. Just looking at a text message, seeing if it needed a immediate response, but it does not. Here, we found it. Your script. Ah. You're not going to talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big idea? Who do you think you are anyway, and do you even know who we are? Powers as lawyers. Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just... Well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder. Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon. Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? Okay. Not interested in any of this. Alright. On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. What an original name. Its head fell over in the wind the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3. It was after 4 by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. Crane came just after 3 to move the head. We called some people in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait, what if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey, after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Ow. What is it with this series and clocks? Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15? That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 till after 4. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. What do we do, Nick? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. I think I actually remember what happened. Because, yeah, this fence that's bent. I go into the trailer, does she... Oh, nope, she's not even here. Alright. Yep. I'm gonna examine this incinerator again. Covered in soot. Yep. Alright, let's go back. Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for giving up, don't you think? Huh? You've got one lead. Mia, it's you. What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait, I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. 1 second. Oh. Oh, okay. I need to look at the calendar for that other one, but yeah, that's good. What did you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you, losers. I don't know. He didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks. Now I'm more worried than I was before. We need to go to the studio and talk to that boy. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Alright. Old Bag is very stressed. And very out of breath. What's wrong? Whippersnapper! She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, Sounds like she hasn't had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. A hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him again, I'll lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. My heart, I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back. For this one. It's kind of hard to understand her with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that. Good idea. Miss Oldbag, might I? No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? Trade? I wonder. Yeah. Miss Oldbag, I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Oh, okay. Just be sure to give it back. She's not as demanding when she's exhausted. Oh, yeah, this one. Hey, that's a card. Studio 1? Right, a card key to Studio 1. I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit. He died. I was his fan. You don't have your own card, Miss Oldbag? Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then? If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio 1. Yup. Do it. Why don't you let her borrow it, Phoenix? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Miss Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this, and we're even. Deal? What's this? A Steel Samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. I figure it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you, I may have a use for this. This must be the hostage she was talking about. I mean, it says card, but it's clearly 3 cards? Right, I'm off. There she goes, hobbling off toward the studio. I bet the kid's here. Yeah, he's gotta be. Boom. Hey! Hey, you, wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. He's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you. Damn it, he's getting away. Come back. There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out, please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo. And I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. I'm just gonna give him this card straight up. Cody, this look familiar? Hey, my UR, ultra rare. UR? Huh? UR, you know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this, if you help me. But that's my card. By offering me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach these kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it. It's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble? If you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium, rare. Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? Let's see what he'll say. Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's the bomb. Ha, what would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch that attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell like that. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like a little persuasion's necessary. Maybe a bribe. Alright, I have to find that director. I think. Wonder if he's over here. In the trailer, maybe. Oh, it's Penny. Oh, that's right. Hello, what brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? Nope, she's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. You seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. The security lady was chasing around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away in the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fists back at the guard station. Some people take their jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yes, it's really a terrible loss for the studios. But his popularity had been waning recently, right? That's true. Then again, after what happened... After what happened? You mean you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. Wait, now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh, why do I get the feeling something's being covered up here? Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. I'm trying to complete a set of Sailor Moon trading card game cards, and, yeah, I'm more than one away, but honestly, I'm less than 30 away, which is crazy. Wait. That's it. That's the card I need. You don't know how long I've been looking for it. I don't care what kind of girl you might think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'll even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Trade me a... yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please. Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks. Then this is for you. Ultra rare premium card. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah, it does. Everything... so many steps to get to where I need to go. See this card? Yeah, so... wait, that's it. That's the last ultra rare premium card I need. Come on, give it to me, please. You gotta give it to me. Wow, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay, how about a trade? You're on. I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we could have him take the stand tomorrow. Is he swearable? I mean, come on. So you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool. I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. Right. Come on, think of something. I really like his kind nature. What a guy. Totally. He looks so tough, but inside he's as gentle as a kid. Yeah. So what else do you like about him? Don't tell me I have to keep this act up. So tell me what your favorite thing about, like, the Steel Samurai is. Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, wazam! The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out. It's my fan album. It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check it out, my new digital camera. Wow, that's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Oh. Sorry, alarm going off for my allergy meds, which I should take. Really, are you sure? I'll take them after stream. Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. Path to Glory received. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. Did you see anything unusual? Cody? Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice? For great justice, take off every zig. You'll have to help us fight for great justice, too. I saw everything. Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost, though. I was in there for maybe a half hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. It happened so fast I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say those nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough. And the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So the only person left who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him, then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. Oh, no. I heard everything. This boy here is a key witness, and he's under police protection, starting now. Come on, son. You've got a rendezvous with me down at the precinct. No, I ain't going. Ah. That didn't go so well. Back to 0 leads. And now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come to the trial tomorrow, please. I need you there. Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? I do. Of course he is. That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great. Thanks, Mia. See you soon. All right, with that, us, the audience, have been able to put together some things. I mean, honestly, the smoking gun is the bent fence in front of Studio 2's trailer. And the van. I think the time of death is wrong. I think something happened with, God damn it. Yeah, the evil magistrate, the actor for the evil magistrate. Some argument, some quarrel, and he got pushed off of the stairs or something onto that fence. And then they used the van to move his body into Studio 1, which explains the lack of blood at Studio 1. And then they staged it with someone else in the costume, possibly the producer. And yeah, because she would also know. Pretty sure she's the villain. At any rate, I'm going to get some music going again, turn down my headset because of the disparity. And we'll jump over here. And I will be back Saturday for Final Fantasy IX. We're saved on the world map right outside of Dali, just after escaping the Ice Cavern, the fight with Black Waltz 1 and the Sea Lion. And honestly, behind the scenes, I've been playing through on the Steam version in order to get me back to where I was on the PlayStation version. Just because the graphics are so much better on that. The character models and everything. The backgrounds are weirdly enough still the same, but I might download the Memoria mod pack just to make everything look better. Yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to get there, and also on the Steam version, I did manage to impress all 100 nobles, so we have the Moonstone and the 10,000 extra gil, so we're going to be really set for money. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be Saturday, 11 a.m. Mountain, and I hope anyone who wants to come will be able to, and join us for some wonderful Final Fantasy IX. And we'll enjoy the sounds of Phoenix, or the sounds of Panic at the Disco. Specifically, Ryan Ross Panic at the Disco. And Yeah, I'm just gonna real quick see who is live if this shit will load. Click this. Um, this is all. Nope, this is. Okay, I just want to see my following. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Tucker was in here earlier. Um, let's go ahead and send us over to Tucker. And yeah, let's get that get my little raid call out. My dancing dinos and all. Um yeah, let's do this over here. And all right. So it should just be a few seconds. And again, I want to thank everyone for joining. And yeah, we'll see you on Saturday, like I said, for Final Fantasy IX. Have a great night.